Alright, welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host. This video is not for children, so if you're under 13, get your parents' permission to watch this video. I repeat, this video is not for children. Here's your nightly news for Monday, July 27th, 2020. Okay, the Grim Reaper was working overtime over the weekend. We got a lot of deaths. The first one, Peter Green, the 73, Fleetwood Mac co-founder of that band. Regis Philbin, 88, talk show and game show host. John Saxon, 83, actor in Enter the Dragon and A Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and Part 3. Olivia de Havilland, 104, she was in Gone with the Wind and The Adventures of Robin Hood. And then Susie Zhao, 33, she was a player on the World Poker Tour, and it looks like it may be a murder. They found her dead in a Michigan park and her body was burned. So condolences to all those people's friends and family. Okay, Bill and Ted Face the Music has a post-credits scene. Dave Franco's horror movie, The Rental, was the #1 movie over the weekend with $421,000 at the box office. So that's the surviving theaters that are still open and the drive-ins. Okay, Marvel is hoping that Jon Bernthal will reprise the Punisher role in either a Hulu or an FX series. Notice how they won't put that on the Disney Plus because it's too violent. They won't put that on there because they don't want parents complaining their kids watched it. Okay, Keanu Reeves was at Comic-Con, one of those virtual panels, and he said that Constantine Part 2, if they would have made it, he would have met Jesus. Now, he's pushing for this thing to be made, so we'll see where this goes. Netflix has already filmed Kissing Booth Part 3. Spooked, a Disney Plus movie about kids that transform into their Halloween costumes. Ezra Miller, the Flash star. Now, this is messed up because they're not telling you exactly what happened because somebody's afraid they're going to get sued. They just said he may be involved in some more controversy. And they said with this stuff, whatever they're hinting at that he did or supposedly did, it could get him kicked out of the movie business. So just watch the news and see if his name pops up for something bad. Okay, Werner Herzog has a documentary called Fireball that he did for Apple TV. Alexander Ludwig joins a Netflix thriller, The Night Teeth. Disney Plus is going to have a TV show on The Right Stuff. So the Astronauts, the movie from 1983, it looks like they're going to do a TV show of it. Disney Plus may air a live production from Broadway of Aladdin. So with their programming woes, they're taking anything they can get. Okay, Mandrake the Magician is now a chick, so it's going to be a woman. They changed it, a gender swap, and it's a comic book from Red 5 Comics. IDW is going to publish Star Trek Voyager comics about 7 and 9. Warren Ellis and Declan Shalvey have a Batman comic book that was dropped by DC due to the controversy with Warren Ellis. Now, Declan Shalvey walked away from the Comicsgate guys, so that could be part of it too. So that's brewing. The Externals are now being called the High Lords in the X-Men crossover X of Swords. Okay, DC Endless Winter storyline. This is some future crossover they're going to have coming up. Tom King, Badmouth, and Jay Lee for doing a variant cover for Rorschach when Jay Lee did a cover or something for Ethan Van Sciver, and he's being lumped in with Comicsgate. Now, Comicsgate, a lot of people are claiming it's a hate group. Somebody's going to get sued over this because it's not really an organized group. It's just a bunch of guys that call themselves their free thinkers. So mark my words, there's going to be lawsuits over this. Okay, DC is hinting they will kill off Zatanna, and nobody's picking up on this. So either that or nobody cares. Okay, Star Wars, The High Republic. These books are supposed to come out. There's going to be a wave of books and comics and stuff. They're going to come out in January. Okay, Sana Stavros, who married Han Solo in the Star Wars comics, the new ones from Marvel, it was part of a scam, but then they said they never got it annulled. And they kind of hinted that her and Han had something going on. Okay, her ancestor is a scientist, so it's going to tie into that. Now, the High Republic takes place 200 years before the Battle of Yavin. And then Lor San Tekka also has an ancestor in this. I'm going to read this stuff and I'm going to lump it together and do a report, a solo report just on the Star Wars High Republic in a couple of days. So I'll post it on this website, YouTube and all that. Okay, in your wrestling news, you have a death. Zoltan Bashik, 81. He was a British wrestler. This guy was all over the British TV back in the day because he was a technical heel that could have good matches with the baby faces. Okay, Dave Meltzer did a report where he says that Vince McMahon is the problem in WWE. Everybody knows it. Everybody's afraid to tell him that. He's out of touch with what's going on, and that's why the programming sucks. Okay, AJ Styles, he said that Dixie Carter is the one that ruined Impact Wrestling. Well, yeah, and the reason why he jumped ship is she quit paying. Xavier Woods is campaigning for a job to be a host on the new G4 network when that gets running next year. I think he'd be good for that. So, would he leave wrestling to do that? Show me the money. We'll see how much they pay him if they pick him up. Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee was not a work, according to Mark Henry and Bully Ray. This was from about a week ago, where Adam Cole showed up on Pat McAfee's radio show or something, and Pat McAfee said, well, you're kind of a small guy. And Adam Cole went off on him and walked out and dropped a couple of F-bombs and stuff. So this was potentially an angle. Nobody knew what was going on. But Mark Henry and Bully Ray said, no, it's legit. Okay, Enzo Amore has opened an OnlyFans page. Now, that's a deal where you could sell people videos and pictures and stuff, so he's looking to make some money there. Online Predator uses Tessa Blanchard and Kylie Ray's identities to lure young women. So that guy's going to get popped because anything on the computer is traceable. January 2021, outside of Austin, Texas, Dustin Rhodes opens up the Rhodes Wrestling Academy. So he's opening up a school. Bruce Pritchard says that Nick Aldis doesn't have the it factor. And I agree with him. I did a video on that NWA, and I says he's a lousy champion. He's a good tag wrestler when he was with Samoa Joe, but the rest of his stuff, I never was a fan of Magnus or Nick Aldis. Okay, Wade Barrett says the NWA wanted him as an in-ring talent. He's the guy they should have made the champion. I don't know if he's nursing an injury or if he just is, so disgusted with wrestling, he'll take the money to be a commentator in between when he films movies. But Wade Barrett got screwed with that Nexus angle against Cena because they were kind of hinting that he was going to get the world title, and then he got screwed. And then after that, it was just like he was a perennial IC champion. Okay, MVP calls out Hulk Hogan for being a racist, and then he deletes the contents of the comment. So either WWE got on him about it, or somebody got in his ear and told him that Hogan will sue you for that. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, he's getting his back looked at. He had an MRI on a Sunday. So Hogan's back is in real bad shape, and they said that his son made some comments that whenever his dad goes through the airport, it's a chore just to do the walk-in and carrying the luggage and stuff. So Hogan wants another match, and I say, you know what, Hulk, stay home and just get better and, take care of your new wife and everything. Everybody have a good night.